Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear Year 9 students, English Department at Imam Shafi'i Prep School for Boys has prepared this booklet as practice for the national exam. The first question is fill in the gaps using either, neither, or both. Both for two people, not more than two people. When it is negative, we use neither. So both and neither are opposites. Either for choice, if you want to select between two things. Let's start sentence number 1. Anna has two sisters and a brother. Now the sisters are married, so they are two, and here they are talking about the sisters, as we said, who are two. The answer is both. Now sentence number 2 is different. There were two pictures on the wall. I didn't like, so it's negative. Neither of them. Now it's clear in sentences 3 and 4. It was a very good tennis match. Now in sentence number 4, it wasn't a good tennis match. Now 3 and 4, the first part of each sentence is opposite to the other. In sentence number 3, it is positive, so we use both. إذا نستخدم both للمثنى في حالة الإيجاب، ونستخدم neither للمثنى في حالة النفي. So the match in the first sentence, in the third sentence, it was, in this sentence, it was a very good tennis match. So both players, as you know, there are only two players in the tennis match. في لعبة التنس اللي فيها لاعبين بنلاحظ استخدمنا both لما في حال كون المباراة جيدة، بينما عندما كانت المباراة ليست جيدة, it wasn't a good tennis match, نستخدم neither. Now in sentence number 4, is your friend Canadian or American? She's Australian, so she's neither American nor Canadian. We went away for 2 days, but the weather wasn't very good. It rained both days. I bought 2 newspapers. Which one do you want? It doesn't matter which one. It doesn't matter which one. Either. Sentence number 8. I invited Jack and Linda to my party, but neither of them came. Do you go to work by car or by bus? I always walk, so I don't go neither by bus nor by car. Which jacket do you prefer? This one or that one? I don't like both of them. Do you work or are you a student? Both. I have a job and but I study too. So both job and studying, student and work. Anna and I didn't know the time because neither of us had a watch, because neither of Anna nor of I have got watch. Now in this question, choose the right answer. We know that milk is uncountable noun. هنا نرى أن الملك the noun milk is الاسم milk هو اسم غير قابل للعد. We can't put s here. We can't say milks. Now give me, we use some with uncountable noun or with plural countable nouns. We have some rivers but have no lakes. You see here, this is countable plural noun, يعني اسم قابل للعد بحالة الجمع إضافة s. But have no lakes. We don't have lakes. No lakes. No, we used also for plural countable nouns lakes. معنى كلمة lakes بحيرات، ومعنى كلمة river أنهار. There is no taxi when you need one. Number 4, you can find. Here time is uncountable noun. You can find time between 6 and 9. The answer is you can find no time between 6 and 9 if you are looking for negative meaning, and also here we can use some if we are looking for positive. We can find some time between 6 and 9. When I needed help, he didn't ask. Negative في عندي نفي هون. Countable plural noun, we use any. With countable plural noun when the sentence is negative. We move to the next question. Supply much, many, or a lot of. We use much for uncountable nouns like milk, sugar, money. These are uncountable nouns. We can't say milks, we can't say money, we can't say sugars. So we use with uncountable nouns بالأسماء غير قابلة للعد much. Many, we use it for countable plurals like cat, cats. Also we can use it pictures. These are countable plurals. نستخدم many مع الأسماء القابلة للعد في حالة الجمع. A lot of is used for both, can be used for much in place of much and many. I know old Mr. Higgins has. You see here the word money. Money نقود is uncountable noun, اسم غير قابل للعد. نستخدم much. In sentence number 2, there aren't portraits. Portraits لوحات of Shakespeare. S plural. We use many. Don't be discouraged. Many people countable. Take as of these styles plurals. Many. Much was said about it. Much thing was said about that. How frames is countable. so we use many. If you have a lot of news, call me back. Too much news, too many news, call me back. He is a man of words, so it's many because plural لأني هون جمع استخدم many. Rain is uncountable noun. Rain المطر كلمة غير قابلة للعد نستخدم معها much. Tom drinks milk also. Like rain is uncountable noun, so we use much. We move to the next question. Supply few, a few, little or a little. Few is opposite of many. Little is opposite of much. Few and many معناهن القليل. نستخدم few للأسماء القابلة للعد بحالة الجمع، ونستخدم little للأسماء الغير قابلة للعد. So we use few with nouns like few camels, with nouns like sugar, milk, money, we use little. Now what's the difference between few and a few, little and a little؟ ده يعني ما هو الفرق بين few بدون a و little بدون a؟ ال A تفيد معنى الكفاية، يعني that's enough. There are few animals here, but few animals here means that we need more. If we say there are a few animals here, it means that's enough, we don't need more. Little and little. There is little sugar in this cup. I want more sugar. There is a little sugar in this cup. That's enough, I don't want more. يعني في حالة استخدمنا ال A فتفيد معنى الإيجاب، القليل الإيجابي، يعني لا نحتاج إلى أكثر من ذلك. ولكن في حالة عدم وجود ال A تفيد بمعنى الحاجة إلى المزيد. Hurry. We have got little time. I saw Tom few days ago. If what you say is true, there is a little we can do about it. I can't let you use much of this perfume. There is only a little in the bottle. There is only a little in the bottle. This town isn't very well known and there isn't much to see, so few tourists come here. Number 6. I don't think Jill would be a good teacher. She's got little patience with children, so it's not enough to be a good teacher because you have little patience. Patience معنى الصبر. Would you like some more cake? Yes, please, but only a little, not too much. There are very few scholarships for students in this university. We want more. We didn't have any money, but Anna had. We didn't have any money, but Anna had few. هون خطأ عندي كلمة few، لازم تكون كلمة little. A little, because money is uncountable noun. So this is wrong. This is not the first time the car has broken down. It has happened a few times. Two-minute break. We come back. Dear Year 9 students, we come again after 2-minute break. The question is, rewrite the following sentences using indirect form or reported speech. يعني أعد كتابة هذه الجمل مستخدما صيغة الكلام المنقول. Reported speech means you tell somebody or you say the actual words of somebody to somebody else. In this sentence number 1, Mary works in a bank. Who said this sentence? Jane said. If you want to report such sentence, there are some changes. يحدث تغيرات أثناء نقل الكلام إلى شخص ثالث. نبدأ بهذه الجملة. Jen said that. That between brackets means that it is optional. You can not use it if you want. Jen said that Mary the verb, because it is in present, is changed into past. So it becomes worked in a bank. Now you see what happened to this sentence. Sentence number 2. Also, we start with Jim said that he. Now the I is going to change into the pronoun he because he is boy. Jim said that he. Am is changed into past. The past of am, which comes with he, was. Staying ing form of the verb after was, with some friends. Sentence number 3. I've never been to Russia. Mike said that. As I said, that is optional. You can drop it if you don't want it. It won't change anything. Mike said that he, the I changed into he. Have, the past of have is had. Never been to Russia. Russia يعني روسيا. Now Ella said, sentence number 4, Tom can't use a computer. So Ella said that Tom can. The past of can is could. Could and the negative couldn't use a computer. Full stop. Now you see in all these 4 sentences the inverted commas disappeared here because we are not saying the actual words again anymore. يعني لم نعد نقول نفس الكلام بدون تحريف، الآن تغير الكلام. Sentence number 5. Jill said that everybody must. The past of must is had to. Try to do their best. You see here the E is not capital. Here it starts at the beginning of the sentence, so it's capitalized, while here again it is not capitalized. Rachel said that Jane, the past of may is might move to a new flat. Full stop. Now sentence number 7. Bill said that he will. This is the short form of will. The past of will is would. Stay at home on next Sunday. You see here again, my dear students, the first verb take the past form in all sentences. Here may, might, move and stay didn't change. يعني الفعل الأول يأخذ صيغة الماضي، بينما الفعل الثاني يبقى بحالة الانفينيتيف، بحالة المصدر. Sentence number 8. She said Again should be here. She said that I becomes she and was the past of am. Very tired. No need for this line. Sentence number 9. He said that he would, the past of will, see them we see here the will is changed into would. Last sentence here I'm going to write she she said that she was going to the cinema. Again, she said that the I changed into she and the am is changed into past. The past of am, which suits the verb, the subject she, is was. Now from now on for this exercise I'm not going to write the answer, I'm going just say the answer. Number 11. I see the children quite often. He said that he see, the past of see is so, the children quite often. Number 12. She said that she was having a bath. I've already met their parents. She said that she had met their parents. I stayed in a hotel for a few weeks. She said that she, now this sentence I'm going to write it. Why? Because this sentence, here the original verb is in past. We used to have the verbs in present. Now she said, you will see a little bit difference here. She said that the I is changed into she. Stayed it is in the past, so it changed into past participle. Had plus part participle of the verb. Stayed in a hotel for few weeks. You see, now when the verb is in past, the past participle form is in the reported speech sentences. I must go home to make dinner. She said that she had to go home to make, he said that he must is changed into had to go home to make dinner. I haven't been waiting long. She said that she hadn't been waiting long. Number 17, I am listening to the radio. He said that he was listening to the radio. 18, I'll tell them the news on Saturday. She said that she would tell them the news on next Saturday. I like swimming, dancing and playing tennis. He said that he liked swimming, dancing and playing tennis. Now these all for reported speech. Now we move to type of question that you find in the national exam. Choose the correct answer. In the national exam, the form of the question may be a little different. It is choose the word that belong in the blanks. اختر الإجابة الصحيحة المناسبة للفراغ. Almost all, it should be 4 alternatives, 4 choices. يعني يكون هناك 4 خيارات A, B, C or D. The exercise of reported speech, again we may say something about. They don't in the national exam they don't usually they don't give you question, or they don't you don't expect to have question like rewrite the following sentence. You may find here blank, and down there are 4 choices A, B, C and D. One of them is worked. So you just circle the correct answer. The same as of the next exercise that we are going to do. So we choose the word that belongs. Sentence number 1. She failed most of her exams and now she wishes she. Now talking about wishes, if our wish is in present, we use simple past. If our wishes is about past, we use past perfect. So here she failed, so our wishes is about something that happened in the past. So we use this sentence. We use had worked harder. We highlight. I had to get the bus to work every day. I wish. I had. This is every day, so it's present. We highlight this had. Sentence number 3. The weather's terrible. The weather is terrible today. I wish it was. Because the wish is about today, so it's in present. We use for wishes after the verb wish, we use past tense or simple tense. It really annoys me. When it is annoying, about annoyance or dissatisfaction, we use would plus verb infinitive verb. So would wash up. It really annoys me that you never do anything around the house. فعلا إنه يزعجني. I wish you wash up from time to time. you wash up يعني تقوم بعمليات الغسيل من فترة إلى أخرى. I missed my English class yesterday, so it's talking about yesterday, you see, because I went to the doctors. I wish I hadn't. So simple past perfect tense, had plus the past participle of the verb. Sentence number 6. The last bus always seems to leave early. So this is something about present. I wish the driver would wait. From now on, it's about future, something you would like to have. So you are not satisfied with what is going on. My sister will have to cancel her party next week. She wishes she wouldn't have. She wishes she wouldn't have to, because she is not satisfied. We went to a new restaurant for lunch and I have been feeling sick all afternoon. I wish we. It's something about past tense, so we use past perfect. Hadn't gone. The two brothers and are always fighting. Their mother wishes they wouldn't. It is wish. طيب, I have that man in the pub, my phone number. I wish I hadn't done that. The next exercise is I'm going to write some of the sentences. Complete the sentence using the correct form of the verb after wish. I wish I can. The past of can is could. Couldn't do the exam. Sentence number 2. I didn't bring enough money. I wish I had. Because it is past, I had. You see, it was negative, now it's positive because it is a wish. I wish I had. Sorry, the I should be capitalized. I had. The past participle of the verb bring is brought. You. The past participle of the verb bring is brought. Enough money. He has to stay in tonight. He wishes he wouldn't have to stay in tonight. I regret that I bought that car. I wish I hadn't bought that car. I hadn't bought that car. She regrets going. Regrets يعني هي ندمت الخروج with him, الخروج معه. She wishes she hadn't. She hadn't gone out with him. Unfortunately, I have to work late tonight. I wish I wouldn't have to work late tonight. Now we move to, this is the form you find in the national exam, the form of question. This is the part of writing. You will find question start with this. Choose the words that belong in the blank. اختر الكلمات المناسبة في الفراغات. For 3 years I worked as an assistant to a scientist. Some students may ask about A and N here. why they put n here between brackets. This means that here we have more than one choice, so some of them starts with a, and then the noun that start with a should be preceded with an article, not with a. And also we have nouns or words that start with consonants, so the a is so you can choose either words with a with vowels, starts with vowels, or with consonants, so the n here is optional. During, again I may explain in Arabic here. وجود الآن بين قوسين الN يعني كأني تقول آن. آن كأداة يأتي بعدها كلمات تبدأ بأحرف الصوتية أو تبدأ بحرف صوتي بلفظ صوتي، والأحرف الصوتية معروفة هي 5 A والE والI والO والU، أحيانا كصوت وليس كحرف. فهنا لكي لا ينحصر الخيار بكلمات تبدأ بأحرف ساكنة مثل professional و participant يضعون الآن في بين قوسين. During the off season، خلال فترة الإجازة الموسمية للاعبين، professional athletes still need to keep fit and train، يتدرب اللاعبون المحترفون. When Adam revealed كشف revealed his secret، كشف سره last night we were all shocked، كنا جميعنا مصدومين بما كشف. Sentence number 4. Participants معناها المشاركون. will follow a demonstration، عرض. هذا العرض will be well trained firefighter by well trained firefighters. Sentence number 5. The film was full of suspense تعني تشويق and kept me on the edge of my seat. Residents of Newcastle were totally against turning the local park into a stadium, so they decided to take action، يقوموا بإجراء معين، لأنهم كانوا ضد تحويل اللوكال بارك المنتزه المحلي أو الحديقة المحلية إلى ملعب، لذلك قرروا أن يقوموا بإجراء تجاه هذا الموضوع. The police arrested the hooligans مثيري الشغب after they ran out into the pitch هنا تعني أرض الملعب and attacked some of the players. My mother, sentence number 8, my brother was thrilled, very excited to meet his favorite football player. كان متأثرا جدا أو متحمسا جدا. If you want a situation to change, you should take action. إذا أردت تغيير الوضع يجب أن تقوم بإجراء معين، يعني الطالب الذي لا يدرس لا ينجح. It took Salim 20 minutes to find a parking space. It took Salim 20 minutes to find a parking space. Parking space مكان لصف السيارات. Let's just face it. Face وجه. دعونا نواجه الأمر. It shouldn't. She is not telling us the truth. هي لا تخبرنا بالحقيقة. He is in a very bad mood. very bad mood today. Be careful what you say to him. That was so big that it destroyed everything. The explosion, الانفجار, was so big that it destroyed everything. الانفجار كان هائلا جدا لدرجة أنه دمر كل شيء. I usually suffer, sentence number 14, I usually suffer from headaches. Sentence number 15. You shouldn't go swimming at noon because the sun's rays. You see, sometimes you find very close in between the four choices: raise, raise, rise, rose. You see, they are very close in the pronunciation, but each one has its own meaning, so we should be careful. Raise, أشعاعات الشمس are very strong. You might get burnt. ربما أن تصاب بحروق. The charity organization is aiming to spend ينفق to help the school buy new computers. المنظمة الخيرية والمنظمة الإحسانية. On Wednesday my parents are going to take me to the book fair. Again, fair, far, price. You see, fair معرض. fair هذه معناها الأجرة التي ندفعها عندما نركب بسيارة أجرة أو بباص. fair معرض الكتاب. book fair معرض الكتاب. Even though he is a non-native opposite of native يعني المتحدث باللغة الأم، بينما على الرغم من أنه ليس على الرغم من أنه ليس متحدثا باللغة الأم، يعني ليست لغته الأصلية هي الإنجليزية. he is one of the best English teachers in our school. هو واحد من أفضل مدرسي اللغة الإنجليزية في مدرستي. It's non-profit organization منظمة ربحية. non-profit منظمة غير ربحية، منظمة خيرية that helps people find a job. Turn the dial anti-clockwise. clockwise باتجاه عقارب الساعة. anti-clockwise opposite عكس عقارب الساعة. His social behavior. He likes to meet people. Behavior makes him very popular, very well known. It takes plastic 1,000 years to decompose. Decompose يتحلل. You see, compose, opposite of it is decompose. Sentence 23. You will feel sick if you overeat. Overeat means eat too much. The walls are thin in our semi-detached house. Semi-detached house. Detached يعني separate. Semi-detached, it's not separate, it is a little bit built in. So semi-detached شبه منفصل. We can hear everything then Baz say. The pro-government, the pro-government TV channels, the channels that support. pro-government تدعم الحكومة always features the government achievements. دائما ما تشير إلى إنجازات الحكومة. Sentence number 26. Stephen loves watching sitcoms because he wants to laugh. Mr. Smith, who for people, while which for things. I have bought a new book which was written by Mark Twain. Which, you see, for things. Who for people. What would you say if he if he would past, so we use past form of the verb. So extraordinary painting. Ali apologizes. Mona won't speak to her again. طيب here أمل unless يعني if not أمل apologizes ما لم تعتذر unless ما لم تعتذر أمل Mona won't speak to her again. Want is the short form of will not. سوف لن تكلمها ثانية. Being in spite injured, he continue running. In spite of, after in spite of, the verb should be in infinitive. In spite of being injured, he continued running. Injured يعني مصاب. Salim's car broke down. تعطلت. My wallet was stolen. This sentence talking about passive voice, the past form of the third form of the past participle and of the verb, and here the suitable form of the verb to be. Because we are talking about past, we use was. Sentence number 34. When the chair I was sitting on broke, I went bright red from embarrassment. الإحراج. Fear الخوف. Annoyance الانزعاج. To الأداة. To the waitress about the food. It was horrible. It was very bad, so I complained. يشتكي. Criticized انتقد. Formed شكل. Blushed brushed يعني يفرشي أو يستخدم فرشاة. I haven't got the strength. لم يكن لدي القوة. Strength is noun. Strong is adjective. Weak adjective. Weakness noun. There are many similarities يوجد تشابه between the twin brothers بين الأخوين التوأم. After my failure in the exams, I felt miserable, but I got over it. Got over يتغلب على. I got over it soon. Salim shouldn't have cheated. After should, could, would, may, might. If you are talking about past, we use have plus the third form of the verb, past participle. The children's, here we use noun. So which one is noun? This is adjective, this is adverb. This one can't be used because the meaning is different. Spear means الرمح. So the happiness of the children. Happiness is a noun, so we use noun in this in here in this place, in this blank. Lamia, be at home right now. All the lights are off. There are two choices accepted. May one of them be accepted. If we say mustn't, so we are completely sure that she is not at home, but it doesn't mean that all the lights are off, she is not at home. So can't be. Maybe she is. So that we are not completely sure of the action or the whether she is at Lamia at home or not. Many people were left without home, homeless. The less suffix means the negative form of the thing. So homeless, without home, بدون مأوى. After earthquake, terrible earthquake means زلزال. Sentence number 43. What are you doing? Don't you know that you mustn't write on desk? You mustn't write on the desks. it is prohibited or it is not allowed to write on the desks. That's a great idea. Let's put it into practice. نضعه في التطبيق أو التجريب. There is only one appliance missing from our flat, a washing machine. "46. I almost jumped out of my skin. Why? When I heard her scream. So out of fear, we jump out of our skin. When I entered the room with my new hat on, everyone laughed. With laughed, we used the preposition at me. Who made this horrible soup? It's very bad soup, so it is tasteless, not tasteful. If it is good, so it is tasteful. We don't like it, so it is tasteless. The teacher told Ali he needed to put more effort. More effort يبذل مجهودا أكبر. Fatima shouldn't have cheated. Repeated sentence. I see Hamad tonight. If I do, so if I do, I may. من المحتمل. So it is possibility. احتمال. I may see Hamad. If I do, I will tell him about the meeting. I am not sure if these mushrooms الفطر are edible, can be eaten. They could be poisonous. Poisonous يعني سام. Filled with here should be noun. Happy, adjective. Angry, adjective. Hungry, adjective. This is the noun. Anger, غضب. Salim was. Sentence number 54. Salim was terrified. Because people, we are talking about people, we are describing someone terrified, was very frightened يعني خائف. لأنه شخص نستخدم ed صفة ed. If it is thing, we use ing. We can say Salim was terrified. That picture was terrifying for Tom, for Salim for instance. Terrifying because we are describing picture, and picture is thing. نستخدم صفة لها ed عندما نصف أشخاص، ونستخدم صفة لديها أو تحتوي في نهايتها على ing إذا كنا نصف شيء. Visit my grandfather if the weather is good. So I am not sure. So may, possibility. Yesterday I shouted at Khalid. Now I feel bad about it. I wish I hadn't, because the wish is about something that happened in the past. I wish I hadn't shouted at him. We may take a break for 2 minutes, then we come back again to continue. Dear Year 9 students, after the 2-minute break, we come back to our national exam revision booklet and section 2, which is reading comprehension. In this section you will find many passages, and these passages are followed by questions. In the national exam, most of the questions are A, B, C, D type, multiple choice question، يعني أسئلة من اختيار من متعدد. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. This is the passage. There are two kinds of reading. First, you read quickly and you look only for the main idea of the text. Then you come to the question and try to find answers to these questions. Question number 1, almost the questions are ordered. So question number 1 should be, the answer for question number 1 should be found mostly in the first paragraph or in the first 2 or 3 lines, and so for the next question. So last question, we don't expect to find answer for the last question in paragraph number 1 or in sentence or in the first 2 lines. Let's start question number 1. After reading, as I said, after skimming and after scanning and skimming, we come to the first question. The first question is, what does the pronoun it in line number 1 refer to? The pronoun it إلى ماذا يشير؟ في السطر line number line تعني السطر الأول. Watching sports live has many advantages. First of all, it, because this it is a subject, so it mostly refers to the subject in the sentence that comes before. So this is the sentence that comes before, and the subject in this sentence is watching sports. So the answer is watching sports live, not watching sports on TV. Okay, we move to the next question. Question number 2. What does the word spectators stand for? What does it mean? It means, if you come back to the text, you find it. There are thousands of spectators watching sports. We come to the choices. People who play football, people who watch a show, game, sport, etc. People who watch, you see, the second one, answer is this one. People who watch a show, game, because here people who play basketball, people who pay for the tickets. Question number 3. Why do some people think that watching sports live is more exciting than watching on TV? Why do some people think that watching sports live is more exciting than watching on TV? As I said before, it is the last question for this text, so I should look for the answer here in the conclusion. Here, for instance, in conclusion, it's not wonder that people prefer watching sports in the comfort of their homes. Why? In addition, this is more expensive than watching on TV. First, you have to get to the stadium, which takes time and costs money. Second, and that is important for you, you have to buy ticket, which means spending more time. But watching sports live is not as good idea if you don't like noisy or crowded places. So people look at these things all as not to, because when you watch TV, when you watch live, it means that they think that because the action takes place, everything is right in front of your eyes. Text number 2. read the text and answer the question that follows. This text, who would win a fight? It starts with a question. Who would win in a fight? A lion or a tiger? من سوف يفوز في صراع بين الأسد والنمر? Well, if size has anything to do. After skimming and scanning the text, we come to the questions. Question number 1. Which of the following is not a reason in the article explaining why tigers are hunted? Which of the following is not a reason in the article explaining why tigers are hunted? أي من هذه ليس سببا في المقالة التي قرأناها هذه يوضح لماذا التايجرز النمور are hunted يتم اصطيادها. Because tiger skins are worth of a lot of money. This is not reason that is in the article for explaining why tiger are hunted. There are other reasons for this. Question number 2. Which animal does not grow larger than the tiger? Which animal does not grow larger than the animal? Which of these? All of these animals grow larger than a tiger. All of them. يعني كلهم يصبحون أضخم، ينمون أكثر ويصبحون أضخم. براون بير الدب البني، لايون، بولار بير الدب القطبي. Which number is closest to the estimation of the wild tiger population in 2003? Which number? أي رقم تقديري قريب من تعداد النمور في 2003. It is, if we come back to the text, we find this number here. There were over 100 tigers living in the wild. There were over by the turn of the century. The number of tigers outside of captivity dwindled to just over 3,000 now. So 100. Which of the following best describes the author's main purpose in writing this article? أي من هذه الجمل الأربعة توضح أو تصف هدف الرئيسي الأوثر. أوثر يعني مؤلف المقالة حول الصراع بين الأسد والنمر. Which one describe the author main point? The author wants to explain to the reader why the world tiger population is endangered. يريد أن يوضح لماذا أعداد التايجر النمور في العالم في خطر. Information in the third paragraph is mainly organized using which text structure? Third paragraph. Let's move to the text to know. So this is paragraph number 1. From here till here, this is called paragraph 1. This is paragraph 1. You see? And paragraph 2 is this one. paragraph يعني الفقرة الثانية في هذه المقالة. This is paragraph 2. Now this one is paragraph number 3, which is our question about. And the last paragraph number 4 is here waiting. You see? So if you go back to our question, information in the third paragraph is mainly organized using which text structure? أي طريقة من عرض الأفكار كانت في الفقرة الثالثة third paragraph? The answer is compare and contrast. Compare and contrast المقارنة والتناقض. Cause and effect. cause and effect السبب والنتيجة. So the answer compare and contrast, because there is a comparison and between two things. Back to paragraph number 3. Tigers are hunted for. People have long valued the famous through trading. Tiger skin is now illegal in most of the part of the world. So here is a comparison between different places around the world. In China, in other Asian cultures. So a comparison and contrast. Why do people hunt tigers? Now 3. Read the passage and answer the question. Palaces are known for their beauty and splendor. القصور أو القلاع أو القصور عرفت بجمالها وروعتها. Why? After reading and skimming, scanning and skimming, we come to question number 1. Which of the following is not a function of castle as expressed in the text? I'd like to remind you, my dear students, the type of the question is very similar to those in the national exam tests. يعني طريقة الأسئلة، أنماط الأسئلة هي مشابهة تماما للطريقة الموجودة في الاختبارات الوطنية. Which of the following is not a function of castles as expressed in the text? أي من هذه الجمل الأربعة A, B, C, D لا يعتبر من وظائف القلاع كما في النص، حسب النص وليس حسب المعلومات. Number A. Castles served both offensive and defensive purposes militarily. So this is the answer. Question number 2. Which of the following best describes the main idea in paragraph 2? Which of the following best describes the main idea in paragraph number 2? So we come back to paragraph number 2. We first identify it. This is paragraph number 2. Castles يعني القلاع were originally built in England by Norman invaders in 1066. This is paragraph number 2. The main idea, الفكرة الرئيسية. What's the main idea of paragraph number 2? It explains why castles were first built in England and military purpose they served. You see, from the first line as we read, can find what's this paragraph about. Number 3. Which best explains why the original castles were first made from earth and timber? Which best explains why the original castles were first made from earth and timber? لماذا أو which best explains أيا من هذه الجمل يوضح لماذا القلاع في الأصل بنيت من الأرض والتمبر. People did not realize how weak wooden castles would be against people, because originally people didn't realize how weak wooden castles would be against fire في حال الحرائق. Question number 4. Which of the following is not a true statement according to the text? A true statement يعني جملة صحيحة، جملة حقيقية أو جملة صحيحة. Which of the following is not a true statement؟ يعني it is true. It is not a true statement. It is false statement according to the text. Stones. Palaces are designed for luxury and fortification. Luxury mean الرفاهية. Fortification كحماية أو حصن. This is not a true statement. Question number 5. Which best explains why wooden castles were converted to stone castles? أي من هذه الجمل يوضح ولماذا القلاع المصنوعة من الخشب were converted to stone castles، حولت أو بدلت بالقلاع المبنية من الصخور. Some castles offer better defense because some castles offer better defense، دفاعات أفضل. Paragraph أو passage number 4. Read the passage and answer the questions that follow. The title of this article is Lucky Lottery Winners، الفائزون المحظوظون باليانصيب. If you won the lottery, what would be the first thing you do؟ لو فزت باليانصيب وكسبت مبلغا كبيرا، ما أول شيء ستقوم به؟ Buy an expensive car، شراء سيارة فارهة. Maybe، ربما. A house with a swimming pool، بيت بحوض سباحة. Probably، من الممكن. Go on that holiday you have always dreamt about، ذهاب في رحلة أو في إجازة حلمت بها. Definitely، بالتأكيد. Here are some lucky lottery winners and where they chose to go. هنا بعض المحظوظين الذين كسبوا اللوتري وأين سوف وما هي طموحاتهم. Question number 1. Who said we saw no reason to change our holiday plans؟ We come back to the text, we find out who say where we can find these sentence. When Lynn, we saw no reason to change. So Lynn, a nurse from Upminster, said this. See, we saw no reason to change our holiday plan just because we had one. You see, the same sentence. Question number 2. Why hadn't Ether traveled up till now? Why he didn't travel? We look for this name to find out why he didn't or haven't traveled up till now. Here is. A doctor from London did exactly the same thing she does every year. She took time off work to visit her family and friends in Ireland and celebrate her good fortune. I'd always wanted to travel, but up till now I never had enough money because she had never enough money. She had never enough money. That's why she didn't أو hadn't traveled up till now. لم تسافر الحلال. Question number 3. How did Ken celebrate with his friends? We look for Ken, this name. Here is Ken. You see the order of question. Question number 1, we find it in this passage, in this paragraph number 2. Question number 2 here, and question number 3 here. Ken is an angel from decided to celebrate his fortune in Italy, where he went skiing. He went skiing with his friend. He went skiing with his friends. Very easy. Question number 4. Why did Margaret and her husband decide to go? They decided to go. This is Margaret. They decided to go, wanted to spend peaceful and relaxing holiday away from it. They wanted to go somewhere warm and sunny, so they chose the Canary Islands. جزر الكناري. This is the answer. Very easy. Sometimes texts are passages are easy to find their answers. Now again, read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. More than 1 million people immigrate to the United States to start new lives every year. So this is about immigration. يعني حول الهجرة إلى United States، إلى الولايات المتحدة. Very long text, very long passage. نص طويل. Question number 1. Which is not represented by the 7 points on the crown of the Statue of Liberty? Statue of Liberty تمثال الحرية according to the text. كلنا نعرف تمثال الحرية في الولايات المتحدة. We can also have a look on it. You see, this is the Statue of Liberty in the United States. You see? Okay, we come back to our, you see it all, Statue of Liberty, تمثال الحرية. It is in the United States، في الولايات المتحدة. 7 points on the crown. Crown التاج. Crown تاج of the Statue of Liberty according to the text. The 7 points represent how liberty enlightened the world. كيف أن الحرية أنارت العالم. Information in the second paragraph is mainly organized using which text structure? بناء الفقرة. It is order and of importance. يعني التسلسل أو أهمية الترتيب أو التراتب في الأفكار. Which best express the main idea of the third paragraph؟ الفقرة الثالثة. Main idea، الفكرة الرئيسية. Which one is the third paragraph? The statue was a joint effort between France and the US, just like US independence. Number 4. Which is not a reason why people criticized the Statue of Liberty during its construction? Which is not a reason why people criticized. أيا ليس not. This is underlined, not a reason. ليس سببا. حيث الناس انتقدوا تمثال الحرية خلال البناء. عمليات البناء أو التجهيز. Some people left that a statue should have been bigger. Some people felt that the statue should not have been built by the Americans. Some people felt that France should have paid for the statue and pedestal. Some people felt that Americans shouldn't spend money on a statue during the Depression. Question number 5. Which of the following statements is false? أي من هذه العبارات خاطئة؟ The pedestal underneath the Statue of Liberty is 350 tall. Which of the following is an opinion? أي من هذه الجمل هو رأي. The Statue of Liberty may sway 3 inches on a windy day. This is an opinion, not a fact. Which best expresses the author purpose in writing these texts? ما الهدف من وراء كتابة هدف الكاتب من وراء هذا النص؟ To inform readers with interesting facts, to give interesting facts about the Statue of Liberty حول تمثال حقائق حول تمثال الحرية. News travels fast. Information has always been at the center of human communication. كانت وما تزال المعلومات هي في قلب أو في مركز التواصل الإنساني. Question number 1. What was the source of information in the beginning of the 20th century? ما كان مصدر المعلومات؟ Of course, newspaper. 20th century means from 19 till 1999. المقصود بالكلمة century القرن العشرين هو المقصود في التاريخ من 19 till 1999. All these years. About 100 century القرن هو 100 سنة من هذا التاريخ إلى the end of the year, this year. So we can say till 2000. What's the most suitable summary sentence for paragraph number 4? Which one is the best that summarize? تلخيص جملة ملخصة. Too much information is not always good thing, because people may get lost. The word revolution in the following sentence is: the 20th century saw a revolution in the development of means of communication. When you have such ending ION أو TION أو SION, these suffix means that we are talking about nouns. أسماء. نوع الكلمة في عندي noun الاسم، الفعل، الصفة، والظرف. كل النهايات كل كلمات تنتهي ب TION أو SION أو ION هي أسماء. Read the paragraph below and answer the questions that follow. In Korea, powdered ginseng root is frequently added to tea. This is in Korea. What about in China? The matter is different. Which of the following is the best to begin the paragraph? As you see, this is not a text. This is only one paragraph, فقرة واحدة. So which one is the best to start the paragraph? How tea is prepared may depend on where it is being enjoyed. So it depends on the country: Korea, China, Russia. Which of the following words can be used in place of مكان the brew in sentence number 4 without changing the meaning of the sentence? So it may be tea. This is sentence number 4. The brew is something poured into saucers in order to cool it down and release. The brew, here we can put tea in without changing the meaning. يعني لا يتغير معنى بتغير لأن نفس المعنى. Which sentence does not support the author point and should be left out? أي من هذه الجمل لا يدعم رأي وجهة نظر الكاتب ويمكن أن نحذفها بدون تأثير على المعنى. Sentence number 1, 3 or 5, 7. Sentence number 3. If you come back to sentence number 3, this is: the people of Afghanistan often put lots of sugar, traditionally seen as proof of wealth, into the green or black tea that they make. So if we drop this sentence, is there any problem? No, there won't be any problem, because here they are talking about Korea, here about China, here about Russia. You see? So there will be no problem or no danger in leaving it outside. Number 4. Which of the following sentences should be the best ending for the paragraph? The origin of tea and its use as a beverage is therefore unclear. So it's not clear the origin of the tea. We finish this paragraph. We come to paragraph 2, to the reading extract number 8. Also, it's not a long one. Read and answer the question that follows. The Republic of Malta consists of 3 islands: Malta, Gozo and Comino. جمهورية مالطا تتألف من 3 أو تتكون من 3 جزر: Malta, Gozo and Comino. After skimming and scanning, question number 1. Which of the following words can be used in place of around in the first paragraph? Very easy, all over the world. Around the world, all over the world. Which is the best way to rewrite sentence 3? Rewrite كتاب sentence number 3. Gozo is the second largest island of Malta. What's the second largest? It's answered in the previous sentence, so it is Gozo. Question number 4. What's the main idea of the last paragraph? ما هي الفكرة الرئيسية في الفقرة الأخيرة؟ Discover Malta. اكتشاف مالطا. The best way to replace forever in the second paragraph is for over in the second, moreover. We come to the last reading extract. Hummingbirds. What are hummingbirds? Let's start. The most beautiful hummingbirds are found in the West Indies and South America. Let's move to the question after skimming and scanning. Why does the author say the hummingbird looks like a bright flash of sunlight? We come back to the first paragraph. We found like a bright flash of sunlight. Then we come here. The crest of the tiny head of one of these shines like a sparkling crown of colored light. The shades of color that adorn its breasts are equally brilliant. As the bird flits from one object to another, it looks more like a bright flash. So this is the answer. The shades of the color that adorn its breast are equally brilliant. So the shades make this bird look like a bright flash of sunlight. So this is the answer for the first question here. The shades of color that adorn its breast. breast يعني الصدر، منطقة الصدر. Question number 2. Why do you think it is hard to find a hummingbird's nest? Nest يعني العش. Why it is difficult? We come to the second and look for the word nest here. You see? Easily to be found. So, one day when walking in the woods, I found the nest of one of the smallest hummingbirds. It was about half the size of a very small hen's egg. يعني very small. The nest العش صغير جدا. يعني صغير لدرجة أنه it was about half the size of a very small hen's egg. يعني قد نصف بيضة الدجاجة. That's why it is difficult to be found. That's why it is difficult. It is hard to find it. This is the answer. Because it is too small. Too small. Why? What might happen if you try to take the nest of the hummingbird? If you go and you want to take the nest, what will happen? Let's come back to the text. It seems to have been made of cotton fibers and was covered with the softest bits of leaf and bark. It had 2 eggs in it, quite white and each about as large as a small sugar plum. When you approach the spot where one of these birds has built its nest, it is necessary to be careful. Why? Because if you want to take the nest, the mother bird will dart at you and try to pick your eyes. To pick your eyes يعني تأخذ العيون. تنقر العيون بمنقارها الحاد. How do you think the author feels about the hummingbirds? I think he is fascinated with them. He likes to find out more about these hummingbirds. Something to read, to be pictures, their lives, their way of life. Again, we will have a 2-minute break, then we come back to this section, which is section 3 in our revision booklet. It is writing composition. 2-minute break and we will come back inshallah. We come back again to section 3. It is about writing composition. We selected some topics just for the purpose of training. It is not necessary that one or more is going to be found in the national exam text, but just for the practice purpose. يعني فقط لهدف التدريب والتمرين. The first one. Imagine you are going to apply to a new job. Write an application letter. Application letter. رسالة تقديم لطلب وظيفة. Introducing yourself. Who are you? and your faculties, what can you do, and your interests, what you like and what you don't like. Here there is a form that is very easy to be followed. On the left here is the address. You start as you are writing to somebody you don't know his name. This is called formal letter. You start with dear sir or madam. What you are writing, what are you writing, what is the reason for writing this letter? I am writing سبب كتابة الرسالة. I am applying for the position of assistant storeman or woman, advertised in the Courier of the 1st March 2004. I have had wide experience, لدي خبرة كبيرة, in this kind of work over a number of years. My 2 years with Bristol. Here you are going to talk about your faculties, your experience. But before here you should also say about something about yourself. So here you are telling about yourself in this text. Where is your previous experience? Then you should encourage them to accept you in this position. I believe that my clerical accuracy, public contact experience and knowledge of piping and plumbing materials make me very suitable for your position. يعني مناسب جدا لهذه الوظيفة. So also you should mention copies of my resume and references are attached. يعني نسخ من رسائل التوصية والCV مرفق. My contact telephone number is, and your telephone number. I will be available for an interview at any time. You should also sign your letter. As it is formal letter, you should end it with this kind of phrase: yours faithfully, and your name Muhammad Bill Davis. Okay, now this is for the first type of writing. It is about application letter, applying for a new job. Let's move to the second writing topic. Now, writing formal letter to a mobile company complaining about a problem that you have experienced. كتابة رسالة رسمية إلى شركة موبايل تشتكي عطل أو مشكلة في الجهاز الموبايل. As it is formal letter, you should start like this: dear sir or madam, because you don't know the name of the person you are sending this message to. And it should end with, before your signature, yours faithfully. If it is not a formal letter, if it is semi-formal letter, يعني شبه رسمي, you can say yours sincerely, and you here write your name, for instance Hamad Rashid, and your signature. Type. What you should include in this letter, I not going to write, just give you some notes. For instance, you can start with this introduction. I am writing. Why you are writing this letter? I am writing to make a complaint about a mobile phone I bought from you last week. This is kind of introduction, يعني مقدمة. The second paragraph you can include to begin with. You can start with to begin with. You put the problem. You state the problem. What's the problem? For instance, it's battery is not okay. After that, you can start the third paragraph with considering the above problem, I wish to return the mobile phone I would be grateful if you could deal with this letter very soon. Thanking in advance. These are some ideas that you should write more about, but this is some ideas that you can use if you want to write your letter. Number 3. Write an essay of 4 paragraphs about the advantages and disadvantages of team sport. So 4 paragraphs. In paragraph 1, number 1 is the introduction. المقدمة. What you should include in the introduction. You can write general statement, people around the world enjoy sports. whether يعني فيما إذا whether they are playing in a team يعني في فريق or doing an individual sport. individual sport رياضات فردية. team sports. You see, these are all team sports. You see, team فريق. individual sports. You see, individual sports. one individual sports. Okay. Now, the second paragraph is the advantage of team sports. First, you can include sense of team spirit, all playing together for one goal, cooperation between all players. Down. Third, you can less selfish, أقل أنانية, making lot of friends. That's for the advantage. What about disadvantage? Disadvantages. Not all players will get on with each other. يعني اللاعبين ممكن ما يتفقوا مع disappointment appointment. Some players are good, others are not good, so they may be disappointed if they lose match. And at the end, we should in the conclusion, in the fourth paragraph, conclusion, you state your opinion in the conclusion. You state your opinion. For instance, you say, in my opinion, I think I believe. Any of these is accepted to state your opinion. So here we have 4 paragraphs. Paragraph 1, number 1 is introduction. Paragraph 2, advantage. Paragraph 3, disadvantage. And in the conclusion, you can state your opinion and ends this article. We may stop for 2 minutes, then we continue. Number 4, write an essay about the idea of keeping animals in zoos. Write about the advantages and disadvantages. Write about your opinion. So again, we are talking about advantage and disadvantage, the same like the previous one. So in the introduction, here is the introduction. In the introduction, we can say general statement, the normal home for animals is nature. طبيعة هي المكان الحقيقي أو المكان الطبيعي لتواجد الحيوانات. But why do we keep animals in zoos؟ لماذا نحتفظ بالحيوانات في الحدائق؟ Now the advantage, the second paragraph. What are the advantages? First, food. Food is available, especially for endangered species. إذن طعام متوفر خاصة الحيوانات المهددة بالانقراض، الأنواع المهددة بالانقراض. medical care، عناية صحية أو طبية. it also help students to learn more about animals way of living. These are the advantages. On the other hand, what are the disadvantages? It is like prison، يعني يبدو كسجن. It is not their natural accommodation، يعني ليس موطنهم الطبيعي. You can add more if you want. And in the conclusion, you state your opinion. I think animals should be left free. For instance, animals should be kept in zoos for students who learn more about their lives. In my opinion, I think that's all for this topic. We come to the last topic in our revision booklet. Write a short story about beginning with the following words. I will never forget what happened that day. لن أنسى ما جرى معي ذلك اليوم ما حييت. As we are going to tell a story, so we are going to use past tense in our writing. You can start with this sentence, I will never forget what happened that day, or you may end your essay with this, or your story with this statement or this sentence. I suggest this idea if you want to write I will never forget what happened that day. It was a summer afternoon. كان يوما في الصيف، ظهيرة صيف. We were on a school trip when suddenly our bus ran out of petrol. You see the past tense, it was in past, where, and here run out of petrol. نفذ البترول من الباص. We were in the middle of the desert. We couldn't find any who can give us help. We tried to call for emergency but in vain. Nobody answered. You can continue like that to end the story. You see, can add more, you can elaborate. For instance, we tried many times. Here we can add words to many. We tried many times. And here it was a summer afternoon, a nice summer afternoon. We're on a trip when suddenly our bus ran out of petrol. We were in the middle of the desert. You can add sentence here. It was frightening. We were completely alone. You see how we can add sentence in order to count more lines and more letters. That's all for this topic. At the end of this revision booklet, I'd like to say good luck for you all and wish you all the best. Thank you for your good listening, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.